area.
Robin Slim Show.
Rob Money, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, Fred?
What's going on, man? Chilling, you chilling?
Cool, cool. Where you at, dude? Philly?
Yo, what's going on, Billy?
I said, you're in Philly, right?
Oh, I thought you said, yeah, I'm in Philly, South Philly.
Nice, nice. And you're a rapper, right, dude?
Yeah, MC, yeah.
Cool, cool. How long have you been doing that for?
I started out like in, let me say, 2001. You know what I mean? Putting the style together, just formulating my technique. And then, you know, I just kept getting nicer and nicer and around, you know, through trials and tribulations in life, you know what I mean? I decided to use my gift to glorify the Lord after my man Tino passed away.
Yeah, dude. I was friends with Tino too. I know you are. You were. And he was a great dude, man. You could talk to him about anything. That's why that's why I always explain to people. He was like an angel and a devil in one. Like he could be the nicest dude you ever met, or just demonic at the same time, bro. He was an awesome dude, just really complex and just a great guy, though, man.
And like he loved hip hop, man. I remember going to this club in North Philly, right? So you know what I mean, the DJ spinning. So Tino just out of the blue just yells at the DJ, yo, slow the beat down. You know what I mean? You know how he used to talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody was looking all crazy. And then afterwards, you know what I mean, he told me, you know, like once you be at clubs and different things, DJs like to speed up the beat, the BPMs and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's crazy when they speed it up because it's hard to freestyle to. You got to rush your bars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
According to your flow, but, you know.
Yeah, man, he was awesome. And even the night he passed, that's what I was going to say. The night he passed, from like months earlier, he had stopped by my parents' house, and my mom had left a note, you know, it said Tino stopped by. And the night he died, I hadn't talked to him in a couple months, and I had a pile of mail on my table. That note had been in. For some reason, that note was on the top of the pile. And I'm like, shit, I haven't talked to Tino in a couple months. I got to give him a call. But that was the same night I came to find out, you know, that he died. It was crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was
that was a crazy time, man. Like,
yeah.
You know, it was real crazy. Like, I remember that day, man. I was just chilling like it was a normal day.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to hang out. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to do something, work on some music. Actually,
wow.
We were supposed to hang out in New York. And he wanted me to perform at, I think it was called Jimmy's Cafe out there. Something like that.
Oh, Sweet Jenny's.
And,
yeah. I think that was...
And, you know, so I don't know what, like, around that time, man, like, he was going through a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, around that time, I was getting closer to the Lord. And the reason I started my company, Soul Winner Entertainment, is because of Tino, man. Like, he was supposed to come to church with me, but I never really pushed the issue, like, you know what I mean? I never really pushed the issue, and then all of a sudden he passed away, and he never got to come with me. So it was just like, dang, I made a promise to myself never to let another soul slip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Because I know Tino was interested in the afterlife and all that. We would always discuss all that kind of stuff, you know. He was a really deep dude.
He always wanted me to do positive music, because when he met me, I was just raw, young boy, just going at everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And he was just like, yo, Fred, you could be more powerful than just saying some old crazy stuff. Because he's like, when you rhyme, people listen.
That's why I saw him, too. I saw him over the years. He went from, like, you know, the thug type rap and all. He was switching, you know, he wanted to tell kids not to do that shit and, you know, not to get in trouble and all that shit. He changed, you know, everything he was doing, you know. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Because he came to a point when he saw what life was really worth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he had his ups, his downs, mad money, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, what is it all worth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't even enjoy life.
Yeah. So you got saved towards, you know, when he, you said you started going to church, and he was still alive?
I met him, and then, you know, he did a little bit. He got into a knuckle, and they, you know, gave him some time.
Yeah.
But when he came out that joint, by the time he came out that joint, I had started going to church. I just got saved.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I was raised in churches, and I'm saved and all, but over the years I've had so many bad, you know, experiences with church. I don't go that much. Yeah, a people just getting into your
What I realized
business.
about church, man, like, it's a world full of sinners that's just trying to get their life together, man. Like, when I first started going to church, you know, I thought everybody was, like, better than me because of the things I did in my past, so I felt real guilty. And then I started seeing them act certain ways. I'm like, man, they acting like people from the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then I had to realize that none of us are perfect, and God is. And we
Yeah.
all going there trying to get ourselves together. You know, you got people who was on crack. You got people who was murderers, robbers. Just it ain't even have to be nothing wicked, but just everybody got their own problems. You know what I mean? And that only God can fix. So after that, that's when I just started going to church for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still believe in God and I still pray, you know, about shit. But I haven't been to church in I can't tell you how many years, dude.
Word.
So are all the raps you do then? I guess like you're like a Christian rapper. It's all about God, or
Yeah, and just life experiences, man. You know what I mean? I try to relate everything. The main objective of my hold on, I'm trying to open this door real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. There you go. Yeah, the main objective of what I want to do is, of course, like spread the gospel, because like I told you about my man Tina, you know what I mean, that inspired me to start Soul Winner Entertainment. But I just I rhyme about anything, any and everything, any experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I listened to a couple of your songs, dude, and one was like how you were saying how you were before you were saved and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I'm a friend of theirs. My name is Matt. I just is it more like, because I know like DMX, he had started off really raw, and then like towards the end of it, he got more gospel. Is that what your style is, or?
My style is still raw. Like one thing Tino said to me, like, Fred, you could rhyme and you don't have to curse because of the way I project it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people listen to my music and they be thinking I'm cursing, and that's what make them listen even harder, because you know,
Like
it's
listening
just technique and skill how you deliver your words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a
And the
powerful
passion
voice,
behind
man.
it.
You got a powerful voice, dude.
Word, thank you.
No problem. What Did you know anyone from back in the day? You know, did you know anybody from out here, like the
I
Scullies?
know my man Rain Money. You know Rain?
Yeah, man.
Like Rain, his beats was always sick. You know what I mean? I know Rain. I know Tall Slim.
Yeah.
Like when I start what's this other cat name? He was real nice. I never got to meet him. I think his name was Bill Brown or something.
Bill Brown, yeah, man. He's awesome.
Like, he was mad nice.
Yeah.
Like, I never got to meet him, but Tino would play his music for me.
Yeah, he's a football coach now. I think up in Maine. He coaches for a college.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I think he was at Rutgers for a few years. Then he, I forget where else he went. Somewhere in PA. And yeah, now he's coaching college up in college football up in Maine.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
I actually just have something to say. I didn't know your friend Tito, but from the way you guys are talking about him, he seemed like just this great and wonderful guy. And to when you pass away, to have that big of an impact on other people, that is such a great feat to achieve, and all of us want to get there. That's like,
yeah, man.
that's
I mean,
really neat.
that's like every time I go to get my hair cut, I go to one of our friends, Carmine. He's got his own shop, and we always talk about Tino, man, and that's why Carmine got into music, and he does like rock, you know, he plays guitar and all that, but Tino just, you know, influenced him where, you know, you got to do something. Even with this, like, you just got to produce something. You can't just sit there and play video games. And he always said you got to do your stuff, you know, you got to be smart with money and all that, and that's something that stuck with me to the day, you know.
Like, man, Tino was just a raw dude, man. He would just tell it like it is. He wouldn't pull no punches.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about Tino. He was honest, you know what I mean?
He was.
Brutally honest, you know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of like what the world needs nowadays. People just are so two-faced. They'll tell you what you want to hear, but at the same time, they're not going to tell you what you need to hear, you know?
everybody is
Yeah, I'm
fake
gonna tell you.
Yeah.
about their apologies.
I'm gonna tell you how raw like Tino was, right? He was friends with he used to have this big hip hop conference called I think it was called Jack the Rapper or something. I think it was called that, but like Jack the Rapper nephew was friends with Tino, so Tino had like the passes. He was like big around Biggie, Wu-Tang when they first came out, all this other stuff. So this one, RZA everybody was like, yo, what is Wu-Tang? So him and RZA chilling, and RZA kept playing Tino beats. So Tino just like, yo, I don't want to hear your mother effing beats. I want to spit some bars. And then he just screamed RZA, and then RZA was like, you know what? You right. I'm drawing. Because RZA was just trying to, like, play all his beats for him, but Tino just snapped on him. And that's one story from Tino that always stuck with me, man.
That's
and
amazing.
then another one when he was battling this one dude, he caught spit in the boy face and punched him. Like that was like something real raw. And after that, they became best friends.
Do you like the hip hop scene from when you started with your music, or do you like it today? Like, what hip hop scene do you prefer more?
I mean, it's a time, like, you got to change with the times, you know what I'm saying? And that's a time you can't get back. You just got to cherish it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just create your own scene, you know what I mean? Like, I just threw a concert in Love Park in Philly called The Lift, and it was just lyricists from beginning to end. You know what I mean? You just got to create your own. You gotta go against the grain sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I think the music on the radio is corny, of course.
Yeah.
But you just gotta create your own lane.
When did you? How old were you when you first started rapping?
I was interested in rapping, but I never really, like, when I was younger, I never really tried like that. But I always felt like I could rap. And then I think once I got out of high school, that's when I started taking it serious. But I never really like wrote any rhymes or anything like that. You know what I mean? But I always could feel like whenever people be around me spitting, I'd be like, yo, I could do that and I could do it better. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't have anything written down.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Who did you listen to when you were growing up? Who was your
Probably
your top five?
Around that time, it was Tupac, Biggie, Wu, AZ, Nas. You know, everybody that was nice from that era.
What about Eazy-E?
Say that again?
What about Eazy-E?
Eazy-E.
That was older. That was.
I think I listened to Eazy-E later on. My cousin from West Virginia put me on to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My older cousin.
What was it gonna?
Yeah.
Who do you think? Biggie or Tupac?
Nicer, like, far as lyricism and, you know, of course, Biggie.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, touching the people, Tupac, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had people.
Topics and standing for something.
Yeah, I've had people argue that with me over the years. I've always said Biggie, man. Much nicer.
And it's like, you know, they both could freestyle though, but Biggie freestyles would just sound like songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
His freestyle game was tight.
I've always wondered, like, as a rapper, how do you guys go about honing your skills?
Spend a lot of time by yourself and just writing.
Just writing?
You just like the way it used to be. You wouldn't just come outside and just say you rhyme. You would spend a lot of time in the house just writing and writing and writing. And when you feel comfortable and you feel like you got some good stuff, that's when you bring it outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the streets would just be the judge of that, because the streets would just be like, yo, you trash, you corny, you need to die. You know what I mean? It would just be real. They don't pull no punches, but if you could spit something to hold the people out here attention, and you get that, yo, you nice, young boy, you got something.
Would you, like, tape record yourself too and listen back to it, or?
Yeah. Another thing, like, I was in a group with my cousins, and we would just battle each other, and it was, like, vicious because, you know, we knew everything about each other. We were close. They were like my brothers.
Yeah.
So that kind of prepared me. Like, battling them, nobody could, like, say anything that bothered me. You know what I mean?
Cool.
That's cool, yeah. That's awesome, dude.
It was crazy, man. We'd be battling. You just get called out the blue, you know what I mean? Just somebody on the other end just start battling. You're not even ready, but you got to respond. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
so they
cool.
just made you sharp.
Has there ever been any time where, like, you've wrote something and thought it was going to suck and then went with it anyway and it turned out to be very popular?
No. Like, whenever I write something, I really just take my time and just, like, you know, like a carpenter carving a masterpiece, man. You don't rush that. So I make sure all my bars and everything makes sense. I do research. You know what I mean? Like I don't just write any old thing, because anything you say it be tested. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool.
How many times do you go over a song before you think it's good enough?
Well, I don't really like go over it. I think once I'm done, like the way I write rhymes is crazy. I start from the end and work my way to the beginning. Like before I even like start a rhyme, I already know what I want to accomplish, and then I just build around that.
So you're not like constantly rewriting. You're just like you'll write a line and then go over that line and make sure it's perfect, and then move on to the next line.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so when I write, I wrote, you know, I used to write shit years ago, and I every now and then something to be silly for the show I'll do, and it's like you just change words, you know, syllables kind of shit to make it fit and all that.
Yeah, and you tweak the word, you might say it a certain way, twist it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I've heard rappers in the past that have said that they'll see something throughout the day, like they'll see a kid asking for money, and they'll write something down, and later they'll write a song. Do you do that, or?
It's like, you know, of course I draw from life when I write songs, but a lot of times it just hit me out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Or sometimes I could be asleep and it'll wake me up out my sleep and I just write something down, you know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah.
So it's never like, it's just always flowing.
Do you ever carry like a notepad with you in case you just think of something randomly when you're out somewhere and you can write it real quick?
Not a notepad, but I just write on anything. I don't care if it's a napkin.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Anything I could write on, I write on.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, Fred, it was great having you. You were a great guest. We got to wrap it up. I think we got another guest soon.
Yeah.
Word.
Why don't
you guys, man?
Yeah, why don't you
too,
tell the people where they can find you, and then we'll let you go.
Yo, you can check me out on Facebook. Just type in, you can just Google Fred Lane the Revelator, and hit me up on Twitter, 215 the Revelator, and just look out for the Lift 2015 at the Del East in Philly. And another Lift, we're going to have another Lift event probably sometime in October 2015, but the next Lift will be in April at the Del East in Philly.
What is that? Like, what kind of event is that?
It's like a big, it looked like a Roman Coliseum, like major acts play there. You know what I mean? From Robin Thicke, Shaka Khan. It's just legends, man. Legends played there.
That's cool, man. And you're on SoundCloud too, right, Fred?
Yeah, SoundCloud too. You just look up Fred Lane the Revelator.
Cool, man. Thanks for calling, bro.
Good talking to you guys.
You too, man.
Take care, Fred.
All right, bro. Peace and love.
You too. I'll play one of his songs real quick. This is called God, featuring Young David.
Okay. All right, guys, we're taking a break. We'll be back.
Looking straight in the eye.
My boys are
The light is blinding, man. Glory. The light is blinding. It's hard to look him directly in the face. Okay. Forgive me, Lord. I hear you. Listen, look. How many times have I denied you? Tried to act like you ain't do, but never. That's what my rhymes do. They lift me up, but they also bring me down. Cause every time I smile, it turns into a frown. I need them 6 wings, 2 on my feet, 2 on my back, 2 on my face. Cause I can't face the fact that I'm a sinner saved by grace. Or grace saved the sinner, born winner. Heaven sent just to deliver these 6 souls with sick flows. I'm tired of these 6 foes. These women that strip pose, these men that pimp hoes. Yeah, just to make $1 that candy painting Paula can't get me in the palace. Where this gold rolls, I'm trying to see my white robe. I can't have them tell me part for me, I know you not. Trying to be up on the right when they separate the flock. Trying to sit with Daniel, Samuel, Peter, and Paul, a descendant of David. Man, I finally answered my call. Sitting at the table with the man that saved us all. Now break bread like Jesus did, I'm ready to receive his will. Yeah, how many times have I denied you? To try to act like you ain't do benevolence when my rhymes do. They lift you up cause you will never let us down. Now they looking straight in the eye. How many times have I denied you? To try to act like you ain't do benevolence when my rhymes do. I hear you tell me, listen, let the spirit guide you. Looking straight
in the
How many times have I denied you, tried to hide to, like Adam when his defiance opened his eyes to the shame of his nakedness. Father, what do you make of this? Lord, forgive my forsakenness, but at times I just think I'm just in too deep to repent. I fall asleep and now I wake with resent, knowing you know the many ways that I sent. At times out of ignorance, at times it was my intent. I done told lies and paid ties to strippers. I done denied your name, chased financial gain, put confidence and riches. Fell to a temptress, asking for forgiveness. How could I attempt this? After chasing lust, committing wickedness so relentless. Lord, I dream to look in your eyes, the spirit of pride and try to repent this. I say maybe I can cleanse my sins on my own, only to reap a deadly harvest of wicked seeds that I've sown. There's only one way to the living God who sits atop his throne. The truth, the way, and the life through Christ. I'm returning home like the prodigal son. Lord, from you where can I run? I lament and repent, asking you forgive all I have done. Moses saw you from behind, bless me to one day see your face and praise you with King David. I'm saved only by your loving grace.
How many times have I denied you? You tried to act like you and you do benevolence when my rhymes do. They lift you up so you will never let us down. Now they
looking straight in the